Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Renowned Explorers. We're headed back to the Anagogic Archipelago. I think we're actually going to be pretty good at the challenges. I'm a little bit worried about the battles. More worried than I was last time. Maybe unreasonably so, but I'm just concerned that our defenses are sketchy. I mean, we hit really hard. We're just going to let that carry us. We're just going to hit stuff really hard. Alright, as last time, we're seeking Bobo the Misadventurous because Bobo's real good at finding treasure and also at getting himself captured and injured so that he doesn't take the treasure. That means free treasure for us. And I guess it would be cool if we could save him or whatever, you know, bonus. Okay, so let's ask for the location of a stupa. This time we're actually going to get some stupa treasures, I swear to you. We don't have quite the capacity for supplies that we had last time, but we're much better at getting more supplies. So let's head out. Oh, hey, look, it's the leader of the temple. Now, how many tools? I just have one tool. Alright. We have the chance to talk to the leader of the Temple of the Trance, Dharma Jagapati. I do not remember what voice I gave him last time. But he's all like, "Hello, strangers. Have you heard about the Temple of Trance? Let's talk a little bit." Unlike the other priests, which we do not yet know, he seems more charming and a joy to talk with. Well, hitting this would be pretty cool. Failing it would suck a lot. Minus 25 speech defense. What's he use speech defense? He's the one who could bear it the best, but he's also the one that we want least to get it, because we're reliant on him to pass a lot of our challenges. Actually, I just realized his payout is way out of whack. Wait a minute. So, this can only be this way because his captain perk is already turned on. It's 2 study and 2 collect. Yeah, everybody else would get like 3 tokens or something, and he's getting 7. 4 of them coming from, yeah. Huh. I wonder, I guess, maybe I misinterpreted this. It says once you acquired 5 encounter on an expedition. I interpreted this to mean that once you get 5 encounter, for the rest of that expedition, you get this bonus. Maybe it's once you've acquired 5 encounter tokens on an expedition, it's active forever? Or maybe it's supposed to reset each expedition and there's just a bug? I think this is the first time we've had an opportunity to benefit from it before getting encounter tokens. But it certainly makes if it is intended to work this way, it certainly makes my stacking encounter tokens thing a little bit less intelligent. I mean, this is a lot of tokens. Everybody else's speech defense is in a place where if they lost 25, it would be, like, crippling. They'd be getting one-shot by birds all over the place. As much as I hate to do this, I think we might skip this one. It's just the penalty's too harsh. Especially this early in the expedition. I don't have time for this. No time for chit-chat. Gotta go fast. Absolutely correct. Alright, this... The treasure node with the supplies on it, I'm pretty sure is one of the big bird fights. We have 6 resolve to play with. We have a pretty powerful team. Let's do it now. See if we can survive it. And I think there's a stupa next to us, so that'll be nice. You don't know what kind of crazy seeds the avians here have been swallowing, but it sure makes them super annoying. Alright, we must avoid Minjong ending up with a bird trauma. I have a bird trauma. Anybody who lives in a place where there are Canada geese probably knows what I'm talking about. It's not that hard to get a bird trauma. Okay, so these guys have armor. They're resistant to the one speech attack that we're good at. But we might be able to just power through 25 armor. 25 armor is a 33% reduction. They have 85 spirit. Ugh. Yeah, like, the only way to fight these birds is really by being friendly. It's a real bummer. Okay, so let's go hard. We're going to ignore Emotion Spreader because trying to keep these birds alive is going to get us killed. And actually, we might get lucky. We might be able to land a great big loudmouth and make it work from there. So we probably actually want to open with loudmouth, though, don't we? Because I want to get their armor down. It'll give her the ability to dodge some of their attacks. Her speech defense is definitely in a dangerous place. And it will give Minjong some bonus damage on her friendly attacks, since we'll be double devious. How do I want to do this? We can take one of these guys down. I probably want to, like, do this, and then finish him off with a friendly attack. Oh, or we can just get good damage variance and take him out. That's cool. But my point was I was trying to get to having 2 pips of friendly, so that we could swap into friendly more easily. But this way we get to have 2 pips of everything. Okay, I mean, our damage output is pretty good. Maybe we're going to be fine. Maybe I was too worried. I feel like in life, usually what happens is I wasn't worried enough. That has been the pattern. But, you know, maybe things are different this time. So, we could backstab this bird. We have to be really careful, though. If I come over here and I open up on this guy with a friendly attack, it'll push us to bonus speech defense. We definitely can't use an aggressive attack there. They're strong against Satin. We don't have any other Satins. Okay, so Molly can get over here. Can she... She can probably bring this guy down with Terrify. Yeah, and then we're just dealing with birds that hit armor. We're good with armor, except, I guess, for Minjong. So actually, Molly needs to stand here. Bottleneck this bird from getting to Minjong. Actually, you know what? I didn't even look. How much damage does she do to the other bird? Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do, I think, is terrify this bird out. And then I'm going to stun that one. Actually, I'll stun him from right here. Again, just trying to make it difficult for the Redbirds to get to Minjong, because she's a real soft target against physical attacks. And not having the speech defense isn't going to matter, because the only enemies who aren't stunned can't hit us with speech attacks anyway. And then we can drop back to aggressive for the rest of the fight. We'll probably finish this guy off aggressive, and then... I think the red birds, I don't believe, have significant armor. No, they have 0 armor. So that should be a very easy fight. Okay, actually, is... Oh, it's... if this was... If Loudmouth was off cooldown, this is like the perfect opportunity. Okay, well, let's terrify this guy. Actually, or let's enrage him. But let's move to here before we do it. This way Molly can get the attack bonus from standing next to Wang Yu. Okay. And now we can go aggressive all we want. The negative speech defense won't matter because they can't speech us anyway. Unfortunately, I've made it really easy for Minjong to get double attacked. There's not really a lot I can do about it. And the damn birds are immune to Satin. That makes these blue gloves really kind of bad. Also, a helpful viewer pointed out that the red gloves might have been wise, because that way we could really boost our damage ceiling, and when we get one of those challenges that's like, hit an enemy for 170 damage, we could actually do it. That's a really good point. I did not think of that. I wish I had. Well, they're not strong against any friendly attacks, so I guess let's just move up here and friendly this guy. Actually, no, I was worried that this position might be vulnerable to all 3 of the birds, but no, it's still 2. I don't think there's anything I can do that will get her out of the range of... Oh, actually... How far can you move? If I retreat her to here, she's only in range of 1 bird. We'll just do this. And it looks like we are going to get a motion spreader after all, because we managed to finish off a couple of birds while they were enraged. Ouch! She has a little bit of dodge, but she might go down here. These bird fights, I think, really are some of the most difficult. Yeah, here she goes. These bird fights are some of the most difficult on the island. They're definitely, if not as hard as the boss fight, at least very close to as hard as the boss fight. So I don't feel... Oops, that's not what I want. I want Wang Yu to move out of the way, so that she can come down here and get her loudmouth on. This makes a third enemy. Okay. Hey, we did it. And I don't think I'm going to get Minjong back up. I think we're just going to try to tough it out. Okay. So they have reduced attack. They only have 20 attack now. I think we should be able to get our dominant attitude up to... It's 6 to 8? You get an attitude for... Or you get a point of dominant attitude for ending your turn in that attitude, I believe. So that's why it went from 5 to 6 there. Okay, so if we move Wang Yu to here, move Molly to here, give this guy the flank and shank, and then drop dynamite on his compatriot. Boy, I sure hope we ended this aggressive. Yep, we tied him up, and current attitude seems to win ties. That was very close to not being an aggressive finish. Alright, the birds better be in awe of my strength. And they have brought me the Royal Chris, which I very much appreciate. Okay, and now I feel like we have a pretty good idea of our toughness. We should be able to get through bird fights without losing too much. I think at this point we just take treasure hunts. Our smaller tokens are not particularly improved. So... Oh, I guess collect tokens are valuable because of this. Let's move to here so that we can see what's in the mist this way. Sea gave the crew enough time to appraise all kinds of little baubles they found on their journey. Some are still worth something. Also, one of them is a free mug. I gotta be honest, I kind of love the free mug thing. It's such a weird little silly thing. It has no game impact at all. It's just... I don't know, I like these little goofy flourishes like that. Do I want to move down to this node? I do kind of want to see where the rest of the stupas are. There could be one over here. And if I go to this node, I think I'm pretty strongly incentivized to go this way. Yeah, let's start moving toward that other stupa. So let's activate the red tiger, because we know that this one gives us encounter tokens from last time. A heavy roar comes from the stupa. The crew looks around a bit confused. What just happened? What just happened is we got some tokens. Minjong wonders, how can such an ancient building not have eroded from the winds and the currents? That's actually a really good question. An important question has been bugging Minjong for some time now. Given the relaxed circumstances right now, she decides to ask you the question everyone wants to know the answer to. You, who is your favorite explorer? Yu turns around and laughs. Well, it's the explorer everyone respects. Ah, I see. Charming, skillful, very good with words. Yu says he even had the pleasure to meet this explorer recently, as he winks toward Minjong. Oh, I thought he was going to say himself, but this doesn't sound like it. Minjong starts to blush a little. The answer suddenly makes sense to her. My favorite explorer is Matthew Rivalo. Oh, wow, I did not, I am also caught off guard. He tries to act cool and rivalry when he's around, but his room is covered with Rivaloo-themed posters, and Yu's even the chairman of the official Chinese Rivaloo fan club. Wow. Well, this option gives us a secret token, and this one doesn't, so I'm doing this one. The crew goes berserk. Molly vandalizes some nearby nature, and Minjong swears that the next human you encounter will suffer the wrath of 1,000 yetis. Once everyone has calmed down a bit, they vow to never, ever speak of this again, and still all act like they're better than Rivaloo. Poor Yu is too afraid to even form an opinion of the others. Okay, so both of them are at maximum dislike, so we're all good at electromagnetics now. And plus 10% to both speech and attack power. I wonder if I'd chosen the other option, if he would have disliked their reactions, and I would have gained another level of dislike. Hard to know. Well, let's... I think we're going to sweep this way and then try to swing back to the, kind of go in an S shape, because this is a place where we can trade resolve for supplies, and I'd like to visit this when we're lower on supplies. Oh good, more birds. Now you're pretty sure one of them is called you Rivaloo. They don't understand how fresh the wound they're poking is. That's okay, we'll teach them some manners. Take 10 or less speech damage from a single ability. It's going to be pretty hard for us to pull that one off. We'll have to try to make sure that Yu is the one who's in the position to be attacked. There are 5 of these birds? Alright. Well, I don't love that. so I think what we're going to do is this. We can definitely blow this bird up and then be out of range of the other birds. Yeah. Actually, does it have to be... It does, I think. That's fine. It's actually going to be a little tricky to end this fight aggressive, because these birds are so powerful, and being aggressive when your opponent is devious is so dangerous. Okay. Can she hit them both with her, She can. So I'm going to have you run right up here. We'll drop their speech defense. We didn't quite get there. That's fine. Molly can finish the job. So these birds... this bird can get to right here, which will give him attack range. Okay, so yeah, you is in a position to be attacked. So we don't want to finish this bird off. I was considering going aggressive just to build up some aggressive points. But we really don't want to be in minus speech defense mode when we're potentially going to take 2 attacks. Plus, having the bonus speech defense gives us a chance of getting inconvincible. 9. Was 9 the number I was looking for? It was 10 or less, in fact. Good stuff. Alright, you made me sad. There's only one option now. It's a little awkward, though. I cannot get adjacent... Oh, actually... I'm having a hard time telling if this space is considered to be adjacent to that bird or not. It is! Well, then this is what we're doing. Alright, and we're just going to go aggressive out from here, because we have to, if we're going to have any chance of getting an aggressive finish. I don't think we're going to get there. What are the numbers right now? 6-2, and we're actually in devious right now? You know what? We might get there. I'm going to go for the aggressive here, even though if she hits, we'll end up in a bad attitude, because we're pretty healthy. I don't think this bird's going to one-shot anybody from there. Actually, you know what? He totally might one-shot. Oh, no. Actually, her speech defense is pretty good. I was thinking of how much damage the birds were doing to Minjong last time, but that was actually not these birds. Can she... Nobody can get around to flank the bird, unfortunately. Oh, don't need to, though. And we're already aggressive dominant? Okay, just finish it off. Look at that, we're getting there. You've dealt with these birds adequately. You is proud of the character the crew showed. It does take a lot of character to just murder the hell out of a beard with a spear, apparently. So how's everybody's level? Okay. Wang Yu will definitely be level 5 by the time we hit the boss. These two might not be. We'll see. Okay, well, there's a stupa. Let's hit this campfire story first, though. I don't actually know what I'm looking for from this. We could start somebody's crew story. This one does give us a lot of money. 600 renown is a pretty good card. It would push us over a fame threshold. I might hold this one. We'll do it next time. But for right now, let's get the collect while getting the collect is good. Because it won't be very valuable during the next expedition. Molly drops a huge sack of coins in front of the crew. Where did she get that amount of money? Knowing Molly's roguish nature, the crew fears the worst. I don't know if her stealing it is the worst. Nope. Molly won this prize in a wager she had with an important Australian governor. The bet was on whether or not she could join the Renowned Explorers Society, insult Pinkerton, and not be kicked out. That poor governor didn't think she could do it. That's not a great bet. It's kind of a dumb thing to bet about. Alright, Molly's fired up and challenges the crew. What about another wager? A test of strength and power, perhaps? Wang Yu's strong and powerful, possibly? Both expeditions will have a few expeditions, or both parties will have a few expeditions to prepare. So, unfortunately, we would need to go on 2 more expeditions after this one for this to come to fruition. So we won't get to see the end of this. But we did get 30 collect tokens out of it. It's hard to be upset about that. And we got some porcelain. Alright, so we're looking for wits nodes. This is almost certainly one of those stupas. The crew is quietly cruising on the swimming albatross 2 when you notice a weird structure below the water's surface. Perhaps the crew should go for a small dive. Well, Molly's the athlete. It's an ancient stupa. Sure, let's activate the red tiger again. Because the crew hears the cry of a cave. Ooh, wow, that's far away. I don't think I do want to teleport there. We'll get over there naturally, the old-fashioned way. The crew rises back up to the boat. Pretty spectacular to find such a building underneath the surface. So, we'll be allowed to activate a red symbol one more time, and I don't remember what it does the third time, but my explorations of this place during the beta suggested that there are 4 stupa nodes, so we could just activate 2 different symbols twice and get access to 2 different treasures. That is going to be the plan for right now. When the crew was still on land, they managed to obtain a book of Hindu folklore. Sadly, the whole thing is very cryptic, but Minchang is a level 4 archaeologist. This time we get some value out of this. Minchang takes another look at the book with the time the crew has at hand. Then she finally understands the logic and ideas behind the text. Fantastic tales indeed. Okay. I don't love that the path connecting these is double cost. Let's go this way. I want to get down to this stupa. Ah, fishing frenzy. The crew manages to catch a delicious-looking meal. Wow. 3 supplies is nice. Let's just sort of make a beeline for the stupa. The captain addresses you. I've never seen your kind around here. What are you up to? Trying to steal our goods? Well, sure, Molly looks a bit thuggish, but let's not jump to conclusions. You know, I think it's the hair that does it. The value of this is that we would gain a supply. Is a tool worth a secret token and a supply? We're at 6 right now. We have a lot of ability to get supplies from combat, but I would like to have some more. This is a good use of our tool. I kind of want to use our tool to get a treasure. I'm not gonna engage in the challenge. I'm being a little bit more circumspect this time than I often am. Oh, this must be one of those ancient stupas. Now, I don't know exactly what the rewards are. I don't know what the treasures that we're actually going to get are. I'm assuming that the challenges correspond kind of broadly to the type of... or that the colors correspond to the type of challenge we're going to find when we get there. You know, blue is the color of scientists, so maybe it's like archaeology and naturalism and stuff. Because you have to pass a check at each node to get the treasure. So I'm debating whether we want to go after the blue treasure or the green. Let's say blue. Blue's also the color of science, you know, and we're good at that. The heavy sound of a gamelan comes from the stupa. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's a musical instrument of some kind. That was pretty weird. Maybe you'll find more ancient stupas on your journey. Maybe we already have. Do I want to veer out to here? I think I don't. I think we gotta be a little bit careful with our supplies at this point. Alright, let's hit the blue one. The currents tell the crew about a sunken treasure. Maybe we should take the teleport this time. Sure. Let it whisk us away. It'll bring us over to this side of the map. Guided by the mystical powers of the ancient stupas, you feel a treasure is hidden below the waves. It won't be easy because the currents are strong. Uh-oh, this might be an athlete check. It's a survivalist check. 2 ranks, 1 rank. Does somebody have my compass? No, I didn't buy the compass. Alright, well, it would be a fool's errand to send everyone diving, or indeed anyone. It's better to have one diver who is an accomplished survivalist. The others will keep the albatross going steady. Let's have you do it. Yu takes a deep breath and hops into the ocean. Like a true explorer, he manages to go pretty deep. Then there she find it. A sunken merchant ship. Yu has to make a quick decision on how he wants to spend her oxygen down here. Interesting, we got some... Their pronoun changer is not functioning on this event. Let's not take the treasure hunt tokens. I'd like to see what the treasure is, if only for future information. No time to waste with the treasury. You can make money in many ways. Yeah, Molly could steal it. Alright, there must be something cool here. Time is running out. The last thing is to explore the hold of the ship. If there's any treasure to find, it has to be there. Besides that, you has to hurry. The merchant ship is slowly being dragged into a ravine. This, I think, would be a good time to use our tool. I want a treasure, and I don't want to lose 2 resolve. I would like it if none of my crew members suffocated. Wouldn't that be great? The extra risk was not for naught. Inside the hold, you makes a great find, an ancient Chinese Ming vase. You's guess that this was a Chinese high-value merchant is confirmed. Alright, what do we get? +1 treasure hunt for each 2 levels of athlete or tactician. So, hey, 3 treasure hunt tokens, that's not bad. We can improve our encounter tokens, but I don't know that we're going to get enough gold from encounter tokens to be worth more than 3 treasure hunts. With just enough strength left, you emerges near the crew. The crew is amazed by his findings. What a privilege to have such an amazing explorer on the team. Please don't say stuff like that to him, he's conceited enough. Alright. I think we're going this way. I might end up not going back to these nodes after all, because we might have to make a beeline for the ending. Alright, the Tiger Cave. The crew steps into the dark cave. Yu briefly startles Min Jung by making the sound of a Yeti behind her back. The crew's really into Yetis lately. But enough tomfoolery. This cave must hold some secret. An amazing cave. The tunnel system is expansive and bears signs that someone once called it home. Yeah, I remember there being a tactician thing involved here. Tactician and archaeologist. Carefully exploring this cave for treasure is going to take a long time. Yu ponders the possibilities of excavation, and notices traces of prehistoric strife. With brilliant ideas of how cavemen would have fought, inspired by Molly's dance moves, harsh, Yu manages to pick out the most interesting parts of the cave where fights would have ensued. It's not a treasure yet, but it will make the search a lot easier. Oh, interesting, it wasn't even for this. Okay, well I'm just going to take the coin flip, I guess. Unless there's a challenge beyond this that got a boost. Okay, we got it. Whew. I was very nervous there. We would have lost all of our supplies if we had failed that. Finally, a discovery. It didn't even take that long before Min Jung finally dusted off a skull. But it isn't any skull. This skull is not quite human, but certainly not that of an ape either. This is a great discovery in the evolution of men. That's cool. That's a cool thing. +1 secret for every 2 levels of archaeologist and diplomat. Is that... It's 3 secret tokens. Or we can take +20 to 25 gold from each of our 6 treasure hunts. We don't really, I don't think that I'm going to take the other Entourage Hall option that's available to us. I think I'm going to pick Asia. Pick opening up the Asian Insight buildings as our letter of recommendation. So we don't actually need that much status. So I am in fact going to take more gold from treasure hunts. That was a professional display. The crew thinks they set a real example for future explorers. Hopefully this will be in the textbooks someday. And that thing we did with Wang Yu doesn't seem to have played in at all. I wonder if it can have an effect on something else that happens in the expedition, like maybe at the boss node? Weird. A military sloop all the way from China. Both parties are curious and exchange pleasantries. We're sailing the world in search of new military ideas and technologies. Maybe you can help us? Yeah, maybe you can. Hope the Queen doesn't mind. So yeah, wow. Wang Yu is getting a huge amount of value out of tactician levels here. Yu successfully impresses the military leader with his knowledge of new developments in military equipment from the far west. Amazing! These new ideas will surely pique the interest of the Emperor. You have our greatest gratitude. Maybe a bit undiplomatic, given the state of Anglo-Chinese relations, but that's not your problem. Man, we are killing it on these challenges this time. So we can go here, and if there's a node adjacent that gives supplies, and there is... Okay, hold on, we'll figure that out after. Let's do this node. Oh man, this is obviously turf of the Temple of the Trance. Maybe they have a mug factory here, because it's teeming with priests, we saw this node before. Have you heard about the peace brought by the Trance? With just one tiny sacrifice, we offer harmonic rest. I don't like this sacrifice into rest thing. It's not a good look for you guys. Fortunately, Wang Yu is incredible at tactics. By going into a tactical no-comment formation and looking away while ignoring all the questions, creates a temporary shield for all the unwanted attention. The crew has to pull each other through, and you're about to give up when you reach the other side and can run like the wind. Yu thinks this tactic has a real future for the rich and famous. That's clever. That's kind of clever. Okay, so we hit top level. You adds 1 enrage to each surrounding enemy at the start of your turn. I wasn't thinking, man, we really should have bought the red gloves. This is actually a really good thing. But I think I might actually go for surprise yourself. You heals for 50% of the damage done with fireworks and becomes extremely excited after using them. Man, maybe we should go for pure rudeness, though. This was the plan originally before we kind of audibled into being an aggressive crew. Adds enrage to each surrounding enemy at the start of your turn is really powerful. But our crew has very few ways to heal. I'm going to go for this. We have good sources of enrage. Maybe that was foolish, but I think it's a good move. So, we could go back this way, but I don't know if there's necessarily anything of value back this way. We will get supplies. I mean, if this node has at least 2 supplies at it, we'll be able to just walk back here and then walk to the boss if it turns out that the surrounding nodes are not interesting to us. And, ooh, I'm not sure I've seen that node before. Okay, well. We go here for 1. Then we can go here, potentially get supplies. To here, where we know we can trade resolve for supplies, and that'll give us the supplies necessary to get back to base, or get back to the end. And we can't not do an epic encounter. We gotta find out, right? You're hearing a lot of ruckus. Something in the overgrown mountains is not quite right. What's this? A group of ape men. It seems they call themselves just orang. Who would have thought such a thing even existed? They're all standing angrily in front of a weird pagoda with many, many eyes. Wait, they have many eyes? Does the pagoda have eyes? What's up? What's up, monkey man? I guess, are orangutans apes or monkeys? I think they're apes. What's up, ape man? The leader of the mob is happy to speak to you. We know for certain that an evil witch resides within this pagoda. We think she's responsible for the disappearance of some very funny orang people. She's being supported by the Temple of the Trance, who tell us that she doesn't mean any harm. Ah, yes, we know how they feel about funny people. We gotta do something about this, because we're funny. This is gonna blow back on us. We'd love to, but those priests have got everything covered. We're having a real hard time getting through. Maybe you could help? If you do, you can keep her magical mask if you catch her. Some tactical genius could create an opening. Gee, where are we going to find a tactical genius? You makes a plan with the orangs. With fiery words, he convinces them to not give up, and whatever happens, not to accept any free mugs. The siege goes well. Even though the priests hold back almost everyone, the crew manages to slip through. In the chaos, the crew runs into the pagoda. Bam, you're inside. Those sucker priests have nothing on you. You enter a big open place, and immediately you see what you came for. It's the witch! She's standing almost motionless in the center of the room, surrounded by the last priests to protect her. To quickly pile on the pressure, you immediately questions her. Hey, what happened to those missing orangs? This does not concern you. I live here in peace. Please leave. The priests back her up. It seems she's not given an answer so easily. You'll have to drag an answer out of her, by which they mean beat an answer out of her. It should be made clear at this point, I think, that I do not advise these tactics in real life. Don't beat up strangers or throw dynamite at them. However, for the sake of the video game, these guys are getting so dynamited. There are hardly even words for how badly they're about to get dynamited. So we don't have access to a good source of confident. These guys both have confident, but they're both bad at it. But we can blow these dudes up really easily. What is the deal with the witch? She thinks the same of you and will become much easier to handle if she's impressed. Well, it's a shame we can't do that. Watch out for her hex. It makes everyone weaker, and she's weak to excite. Alright. Obviously, I'd like to finish this aggressive because we're a little bit squashed for supplies. And there's a treasure hunt token at stake here. Probably she's going to continue to... Alright, the only devious attitude they're not strong against is Saturn. That's awesome for us. So there's a danger here. We have to be pretty careful, because we could easily get overwhelmed. There's a lot of them. Now, they actually have some speech defense. Well... we could do this. and then try to blow them up. But maybe the best thing to do is to back up, fight our way back toward these guys. My concern is if we engage the group in the middle, we're going to find that we're getting pressed from both sides. So she has a large group in press. I don't want to deal with that. She also has 0 armor. How are we going to do this? I really, really don't want to end this turn in aggressive mode. So we need to open up with a devious move. Maybe like this? That'll give Minjong, for sure, a wipeout on this dude. Which will maybe be enough to keep her safe. I'm not sure if they have a ranged attack or not. We might lose some resolve here. She can't really go anywhere else, though. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll just choose not to attack her that much. In order for that to be feasible, I need to make sure that Wang Yu is over here. We have to give them a variety of targets. What if he went here instead? Can you get that guy? He can. That guy's easier to take out. But we need to start in on her. Well, yeah, let's remove a target. Let's get hit by the fewest possible number of attacks this coming turn. Alright, and then we probably will want to... Nice. We'll probably want to take advantage of her line excite attack. Oh man, they do have two space range. She's gonna get hit by... She's gonna get attacked by everybody. Oh no. Ooh. I don't care for that. Please attack... Yay. Come on, make her angry. Okay. And then if this guy only attacks Wang Yu... Okay. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. We can work with this. Minjong's gonna die. There's not really any two ways about that, I think. So if we move Wang Yu to here, Flank and Shank is enough to be lethal. We definitely don't want to do it. Oh shoot! If I switch to friendly though, Flank and Shank is gonna kill our speech defense anyway. Can I like? If I stand here... No, there's no way to get it slightly, like, just barely through the edge of his circle. I want to hit her with it, too. I don't think there's any way to do that. I think we're only going to be able to get 2 of them. Yeah, Minjong's just going to go down. I don't think I can stop it. Well. So it goes. We can run somebody over and heal her, but I don't think we can heal her for enough. So Wang Yu... could just... No, we don't have the speech power necessary to finish her off that way. We can't... It took all of his... Man, it took all of his movement to get over here. He can't get anywhere near dropping her. What if I move next to Wang Yu? Can I finish her with a normal melee? Looks like I can. We're just gonna... I'm pretty sure that there's no chance for Minjong to survive, so speech defense is of dubious value. The only thing Wang Yu can do that's meaningful is buff Molly up a little bit, and we're just gonna... Are you fleeing? Huh. He enraged her. Wait. Okay, what happened? That was weird. So she's making you... Oh! She's stacking up debuffs on us. Huh. Okay. If we move Minjong to here, then her to here, and Wang Yu to here, we can get a lot of physical damage done very quickly. I think we're just going to race her down. I do want to swap the mood one more time, though, don't I? Well, it's only 1 porcelain point. Maybe I don't care enough about that to make this fight last any longer than it has to. We're getting really good damage on her. Haven't been able to make use of the blue thing at all. What is her armor right now? -10. I'm wondering if it would actually be better to sadden her. Well, we only have blue gloves on one person, though. Yeah, I just made the wrong call, man. It should have been the red gloves. Alright, the Excite does the best damage. If we're gonna race, let's race. Molly honestly might be able to do her in like 2 more attacks. It's gonna depend a lot on what happens here. Wow, that hit her really hard. She has a heal. Okay. This is not good. I wonder if... I can't get... Okay, I can get 2 of them. Hold on. Let's try to figure out whether we can get anywhere near a kill. We could go for the Sadden first. That would give Molly plus 40% attack power on her attack. You have 140 health. Molly would be attacking as though she had somewhere in the neighborhood of like 90 attack power. You have 23% attack reduction. I don't think we're going to get there with 45. You know what, I'm going to go for it. Even though it means we won't get Mood Switcher. The thing is, if we go for this and fail, we probably die. Oh, maybe it's not safe to do this. After the application of Fireworks, this guy would definitely go down to Tearjerker. It looks like these ones wouldn't, though. I don't know that we can beat these two fast enough to keep them from knocking people out, and since we've gone down sort of equally, a pair of area effect attacks is incredibly dangerous. I think we're just going to go for it. Let's just see if we can race her down. I'm pretty curious. Nah, it looks like no. Looks like we're not even going to be close. Well, there's a chance that we still survive this. Oh no, actually, it looks like we will get it. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully. Boy, I hope. Nope. Oh, how much health does she have? She has 1. She has 1 spirit. Okay. We have some grit. Maybe not all 3 of us will die. It's good for us that he went after Minjong instead of trying to weaken Wang Yu. Wang Yu, be strong. Wang Yu, dodge. Dodge, buddy. Oh my god, it worked. Oh my god, get us out of here. Jesus. That got real close. Ooh. It was good, though. You know, a little drama is good for the heart, hopefully. You beat down the witch. Wow. Alone and defeated, she has no choice but to confess. It's true. I have taken those orangs and sacrificed them. It was necessary. I ask you, please let me leave. I will tell you about a secret treasure if you let me go. Your mask will make a fine treasure, or Molly has a sneaky plan. You know what? Orange text is usually very good for us. Let's see what Molly's plan is. Molly acts pretty understanding toward the witch and lets her go. Thank you. I'll tell you the location of an artifact left by explorers of legend deep under the sea. After you learn about the place, she walks out of the pagoda through a secret exit. But then... Shank! Backstab... Wow. Molly. That's far away. Molly mercilessly betrays the witch and attacks her in the back. She falls down in pain, ready to be taken away by the orangs. The crew is a bit appalled. while Molly gives them the "what? She's a witch" face. And we all know that very well. Who hasn't seen that? In any case, free mask. Hooray. Ooh. Yeah, we're taking 6 supplies. Seems perfect for Anna Proskoryakova. Harsh. Yeah, I'm taking 6 supplies. This'll get us to that treasure. When you come out of the pagoda, the Orang people are rejoiced with your victory. Thank you so much for taking care of that witch. We're happy she's gone. Please accept some of our gifts. Well, what an adventure that was. Helping the Orang fight a true witch. You jokes around that rivalry won't be too happy once he finds out what you did to his mother. Snap. Also, they said, hey, like, be happy with some of our gifts, but they didn't actually give us anything when they said that. Maybe that referred to some tokens that I got earlier in the adventure. Anyway. Unfortunately, the treasure that you can buy here, you have to buy with gold, not collect tokens. So, I don't think we can get that. We could go 1, 2, 3... Oh man, it's kind of an awkward path, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then still exit? Yeah, that should work. We'll get to hit this gold node. I could go up here, but I'm sure the supplies here are locked behind a challenge, and I don't know for sure that we'd be any good at it. It's a nature challenge, which is not actually our strength. Let's just go. Let's just go straight for the treasure. I was thinking we could go back here and trade some resolve for supplies, but that was before we lost 2 resolve during that fight. I think we'd better not. Hey, a horde of free mugs! They must have dropped from a cargo boat. Great. You know what? I do love trance. Oh hey, the hidden horde. Wow, lucky us. I think we're just going to take a treasure hunt token, honestly. Please stop getting closer to getting 12 things. Oh, man. Okay, so if we go to here, we'll have 4 supplies left. We'll gain 1, possibly. Go back to 5. Down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Take a penalty and then leave. And I'm pretty sure, I think I remember this being a bird fight. And those are difficult. We can't really risk a lot more resolve at this point, but I hate leaving without a treasure. How are we doing this expedition on treasures anyway? It's like pretty good, right? I can't click the button. I'm scared by all my wonderful, wonderful tokens. Yeah, we've got 4 treasures so far. Every treasure you get is powerful. But I'm not going to risk it. Like I said, I think this is a fight that will cost us resolve, and it will make us take a supply penalty. Let's just skip it. This is the location the Witch of the Pagoda was talking about. A site dedicated to the best explorers in history is hidden below the waves. You decides who to take a dive to explore the depths. And surprise, he picks himself. What an amazing place! There are statues of people that you don't know, yet feel very familiar. You takes a look around. So we can look at these... Oh, man. Okay, well, let's look at the active-looking statues. I'm not sure. These could maybe be, like, explorers from an earlier version of the game. People that didn't make the final cut. Let's look at the active-looking statues. You read the names of legends with active poses from the left to right. The Reliant Lord, Flowers Beast's Companion, the D-Man, KCYW. I think these are community members, I think, maybe. If it wasn't for exploring, they'd probably do something creative or popular. Maybe a rap formation. Somehow they feel familiar. Let's look at the serious statues. Yeah, Black Vision. I recognize these names. These are community members. You read the names of the serious-looking legends from left to right. The Black Vision, the Welsh Dragon, the Ort, the Brown Knight, the Stalker of Flames. They make a fine team. Something weird is scrabbled on a slab below the statues. Bring back Manuel. Weird. It's like I know them. This is kind of a neat thing for them to do, to put a little thing with the community in it. What's in this treasure chest? Find something of unimaginable value, a crystal that is pitch black but still flares with a strong aura. You feel the knowledge and experience of 1,000 expeditions emanate from this one crystal. The community crystal. What a cool idea. I love these guys. Okay, so plus 5 gold from collect tokens is a serious amount of gold. And I don't actually think we want plus 5 renown. Although these are huge bonuses for the normal renown focus game mode. I think we're going to skip out on these for now, and we're just going to take a big boost in gold from collect tokens. Because my biggest concern is survival at this point. I think we can definitely beat Rivaloo as long as we survive. What an amazing place. Also, let's take these tokens. Okay. You returns with the extraordinary haul. Everyone is jealous of the legends you have seen. The crew feels that in some way or another they might have been guided a little by the inspiring spirits of the legends. Let me tell you something. Liort and Black Vision, two of the community members who were honored by that, straight up taught me how to... I had no idea what I was doing until I read some of their writing. So, definitely inspirational. There are some dangerous shallows here. A wrong turn might cause damage to your boat. However, with the right navigation, you might find something valuable. Man. These tokens are, like, pretty valuable now. Don't want to risk... 10 speech defense would take us down to 47, which is still like a 50%-ish reduction. And I mean, it's a lot of tokens. It's pretty likely that we'll fail. So we're wagering 4 collect tokens here. You know what, I'll just take that. Let's not weaken ourselves for the boss fight. I'm a little concerned that we're not going to make it anyway. Also, I'm real concerned that that's going to get completed before we leave. Alright, besides a refreshing breeze, there's not much to witness here. Okay, so we might still be able to snag Expert Tactician. If we did, I think that would be it. I don't think Rivaloo would be able to win anymore. Alright, Bobo was last seen around here. You might say the place looks positively treasury. It does have that sort of, hey, this is a video game and we've shown you a specific location for a reason sort of feel, doesn't it? Here we go. The climb was exceptionally boring. Yeah, we're good singers. We found a small shrine, and here we go. You opens the door of the shrine. What a weird little room. The room is flanked by waterfalls, and a sentient door guards the passage ahead. We should actually be pretty good at Conclack this time. Play Conclack with me. Win and you may pass. I don't think I've done a single voice the same. Yeah, let's play. Let's rumble. I'm pretty good at Conclack or whatever. Ah, yes. You as a Conclack champion, in fact. You'd think the door would be impressed, but instead... Lame. You got lucky. Hacks. I'm... going to... Something, your mom. Salty door. He still opens, though. Used tactical prowess, made you a path forward, and also got us paid. We're doing alright on collect tokens, I think. Behind the door waits a real surprise, a beautiful valley surrounded by mountains. It's another long way down. Seems there's some sort of holy site further up ahead. Alright, so here we go with the statues and the lasers. Minjong casually wants to traverse the holy site when... That's not a laser noise. You know what lasers sound like. If you're playing video games, you've seen some lasers. Alright, well, I think we should actually be able to figure out how to sneak through here pretty easily, because Molly is great at that. Do we have a good shot at trying to figure out a hidden path? Yeah, you know, it's not bad, but why not take the guaranteed no loss of resolve path? One of the crew members has the daft idea to play around with lasers. I feel like this expedition has spent a lot of time insulting Molly. Alright, so we throw a few heavy rocks on the floor close to the statues. Statues blast the rocks, moving them around. And, yeah. Statues play laser ball, and we get the hell out of here. Alright. Friends, I know the situation looks very awkward, but you have to understand. To keep the world happy and spread the peace of the trance, our god demands the sacrifice of a clown to cheer him up. I'm sorry I hid this from you guys. So sorry. He's not that sorry. Okay, I think this is the first time we've actually gotten to use level 5 Tactician buff. I'm glad it's coming up. I was actually thinking during this expedition, it seemed weird how little it has come up. Alright. Deal 90 speech damage to a single target at once. That seems very unlikely. Alright. Dude is weak to a thing we can't do, but he does only have 10 armor. Well, can she bring down both of these guys with a single? She can. Well, I think we'd be fools not to take advantage of that. Alright, and now we have access to some serious ability to hurt people, which I want to take advantage of. So the question is, am I better off... We could run over here and do a loudmouth, just to dump everybody's armor, and then you could clean up a little bit. The other choice we have is taking advantage of this thing and just, like, really... Honestly, I hate these AoE attacking priestesses. Let's just drop her. You doesn't have to be over here for this, so he won't be. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. These guys go down easily. Yeah, I think we just take down one of these guys with our other move. How close are you going to get? I can't really put you in a place where he's going to be, like, completely safe. I don't want them to have a good AoE target. Yeah, we'll just take out one of these guys. Alright, that was a very strong opening turn. I feel really good about that. We only have 3 resolve to play with, so, you know, we have to be a little bit careful. Okay, and he has attacked Minjong, but he's also made her excited, so I think he may end up regretting that. And you're gonna make us confident? Oh, buddy, that's such a bad play. You have no idea what you've just done to yourself. So if we move you to here, now Molly can get a serious flank and shank off. I mean, let's move you over here. Alright, I think we're just gonna knock this guy out. Ah, 76. Just can't get there, man. I think we're probably not gonna get Mindbender. Alright, we'll do this even though it doesn't do very much damage. Strip his armor. Should have bought the red gloves. Okay, pretty good start from Molly. These dudes are not going to get over here in time. Yeah. Don't strain yourself. Wow. Yeah, Molly is tired of this archipelago's bull. She is done with everything that is not murdering everyone. Okay, so I could go for this and try to blow all these guys out. How much damage do you do? Actually, you know what? I'm thinking this is worth a try. Let's dramatically lower their speech defense. And see if we cannot, in fact, get our 90 damage after all. If this doesn't work, their speech defense lowered and her excited and us getting a weak attack, then it's just never going to. 100! Awesome! She did it. I hope that was the right decision. You know what? Let's just take care of you to be safe. We didn't take optimal advantage of this dude being flankenshanked, but I think this was the safer version of the play. And then he makes you confident, and okay, they set him back to excited. That's real good for them. I don't think it's going to matter, though. Oh, and there goes our tactician buff. Finally fell off. That tactician buff is so powerful. So we're going to kick the crap out of your boss. But Minjong's going to take you aside and explain to you why this doesn't have to be a bad thing for you. Listen, buddy, have you heard about the Church of Explorerdom? Because boy oh boy, do we have a place for you. And I'm not going to worry about this thing. I really, really want the treasure hunt token from finishing aggressive on this fight. We're going to have so much money to buy gear with. Alright, we did it. I think that was a really good archipelago run, and honestly, it didn't even hurt that much. Ha! They give away free mugs, but received free cups of whoop-ass. So now we get the Prajna thingy. Prajna Paramita. It took it away while I was still reading it. And again, I'm not that worried about renown. We're just going to take a bunch more treasure hunt tokens. These are very valuable to us. So I ended up with 15. It's not bad. And Bobo is going to teach somebody a beguiler trait. You're our beguiler, right? I think you should try having a sense of humor. People might like him better. Alright, that sure was an adventure. With Bobo safely freed from sacrifice, the crew is ready to go back to London. I feel really good about the way that went. I think we kind of killed it. Alright, now we have to try to get to level 7 tacticians somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, but it would be really nice if I could get those 12 porcelain points. We got 10 encounter. We managed to build up quite a lot of rivalry with our crew. This is a really cool captain card. And our encounter tokens are really valuable right now, so I'm pretty pleased. Pretty pleased with that outcome. I think we are definitely going to Shangri-La as our final expedition. I don't think this crew is really well set for the Lost Island. There's a lot of treasure on the line in Shangri-La. You can sometimes make it out of there with like 6, 7 treasures. Alright, 36.91, not a bad haul. And that's before we spend all of our insight. So we return to London and Pinkerton greets us. Alright, we have time for one last expedition, but of course, Revolu's points are now hidden. I don't remember what they were at, but I do remember it's lower than mine. And of course he has created the Center for Abandoned Llamas. But we will take the challenge. I will do a 5-star expedition. I believe in me. Alright, so I think the thing that makes sense is to go to Asia, allowing us to spend all of our insight tokens on treasure hunts, or all of our insight on treasure hunt tokens, get mega paid, and then buy all the best gear. Let's do it. Buy a trinket worth at least 300 gold. Something tells me I will. And get to 59 armor. Where's you at? 48? Yeah, we can do that. We should be able to do that easily. So, research papers. I kind of think that maybe we want to bail out of here now. I've sort of reversed my direction, right? We could go to unlock engineering, get more treasure hunts. We had a lot of direction changes this game. But this is pretty good. Unfortunately, we're not actually going to get anywhere close to this, are we? Well, I guess it makes sense to take discoveries. We do have bonus renown from research, and tokens at this point only give us renown. Yeah, you know, let's stay in here. So, if we could get a level 3 athlete to be the one who picks up the collect tokens. If we could get Wang Yu to be a level 3 athlete somehow, that would be cool. I don't think there's any way that works. Yeah, we're not going to get that. Anyway, so what we probably want to do is spend all of our insight doing this thing. Actually, 86 to 122. Actually, Molly gets more money than he does. Considerably less status. Did we buy all of our specialists? No, we did not. Archaeologist, Quick Thinker, and Rogue. Well, believe it or not, being a level 6 archaeologist does have some specific value during the next expedition. We don't have a lot of Quick Thinker. Do we have any Quick Thinker? Actually, we don't have any Quick Thinker. Quick Thinker is pretty valuable. Archaeologist, Legends, and Architecture. She actually has both of those, so that won't be of any value to us. I might take Renowned Explorer Goodman, maybe? We get to level 6 Rogue. I'm not sure that that's useful, but it might be useful. Ambush, Bluffing, Surprise, Merciless, and Sneaking. So, Mischief. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a Mischief. Let's take a Mischief. Alright, and then we're all set on specialists aside from that. Nope, we still have a hire here. Okay, so we can take Madam Hammerhead, go Athlete Tough on you. Then we can trade him the Machete. And then if we could find one more point of Athlete somewhere, we could get maybe to level 3. He just needs to be a level 3 athlete during the time when we're spending our tokens. Although, actually, what that gives us is plus study. I don't know, plus study's not actually going to be very valuable to us, is it? We might be able to get up to food sciences and give us another +2 supply capacity. This would require a really huge amount of research. We're not going to get to it. Never mind. Let's not worry about that. Oh, I forgot that we were doing that even. Okay, cool. So, real quick, there's no way to get another point of tactician on him then, because he's already equipping 2 levels of tactician. So it looks like Rivalu is in fact going to get expert tactician. That's a shame. Well, we'll just have to... I don't know. We'll do alright. We'll be fine. We shall persevere. So, the question is... how much do I want the little bit of extra status? It is research. But it's not enough to write a paper. 17, yeah, it's like 170 research. It won't get us anywhere near the cost of the next paper. Yeah, I guess we're doing this. So we could, and should, buy some merchants. In fact, there were not a lot of merchants available. We bought all of the merchants we're allowed to have. And none of these other guys do very much for us during the process of spending our insight. We don't really have a lot of things that affect our insight spending, honestly. So I guess this is the time when we do it. There's no point in waiting any longer. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so let's just get paid. Obviously, we'll buy helpers with the rest of our status. It's just that they won't affect this thing, so we don't need to do it right now. Because every little bit of resource we get, you know, it's extra renown. And it would be cool if we had enough renown to get up another tier. I mean, we'll get to the 5,000 that's required for this next tier, but I mean, it would be cool if we could get the tier above that. So it looks like each collect token is worth 1 or 2... 1 to 3 renown. There must be some rounding going on. And each treasure hunt is worth like 9-ish. Okay. So we have 6,000 money to work with. Let's hire a bunch of journalists and traders. Okay. Juice up those encounter tokens we're so good at getting, make those slightly more valuable. And then let's spend an awful lot of money. So we're just going to go ahead and correct our mistake from earlier. Let's upgrade, sell off these blue gloves, and it's red gloves for the both of you. Okay. And then for Minjong, I think we are going to go for a Greater Book of Sadness. Okay. Now we need to upgrade our defensive capabilities a little bit. I need to get 9 more armor. So I'm gonna buy good armor for Minjong so that we don't have to be so worried for her health all the time. So actually, I'm just gonna buy legendary armor. We're going to briefly equip it on... Actually, putting it on Minjong is probably good enough, isn't it? Yeah, we just had to get to 60, or to 59. Is this gonna adjust? Okay, there we go. That's weird. To buy a trinket that's worth 300 gold. Okay. Well, so not one of these. And we can get it and then sell it afterward. But is there one that I'd actually like to have? There's a bunch of cool trinkets here. Adds 20% of your grit to your attack. So we could just dispense with the monkey wrench. Athlete stamina, adjacent allies gain plus 20 armor. That's not bad. This gives a couple of points of engineer and a point of movement. But yeah, actually, her grit's going to be pretty good. We should spend the rest of our money on a slightly better pair of boots. Actually, we won't have the money to buy a better pair of boots. if we buy this. Well, still, it's plus attack. Okay, let's do it. She's Australian, I think, so it may be that, like, giving her a boomerang is a little slightly culturally insensitive. They're probably real tired of boomerang and kangaroo jokes. So yeah, we're not going to be able to afford the next level of boot, right? It's 450. If I sold this, it would take me to... Actually, you know what? If I sell this, we'll go to 436. And then if I sell this, yeah, that'll push us over. Okay, master boots. Nice. Didn't actually improve her grit by that much. It was only 5 extra points, but it's also 5 extra armor and 5 extra speech defense. And then we have 60. Is there anything that costs 50 that we could buy that will, like, do anything at all? Nope. Okay. I guess we're ready. Come back next time. We're headed to Shangri-La. 5 resolve, I think, should be enough to get us through. And maybe we're going to put away our first Emperor's Challenge victory. We'll see you then.